In today's video, I'm going to show you how we turn this kitchen from this to this. Not only did we update the countertops, but we gave these old cabinets a facelift using Stone Coat's cabinet paint. I'm going to teach you how to use it start to finish. Stay tuned and enjoy the video. All right, guys, step one when applying paint to the cabinetry is you're going to want to clean and degrease those bad boys, especially when going over old ones. So I've already gone ahead and removed our epoxy countertop. We're giving it a fresh coat, and then I'm going to get some TSP and thoroughly clean our cabinetry. I'm going to remove my doors, and then I've marked them. You want to know exactly where door 2 is going when you put these back on here, or you're going to be adjusting hinges for a minute. So that's another pro tip. No need to remove the countertop when you're going to paint your cabinets. We did that because we're putting a fresh coat of epoxy on there. And in fact, if you're going to epoxy your counters, be sure to do that first. Get your epoxy done. That way you're not applying masking tape over your freshly painted cabinets. Just wet down the surface and give it a good scrub. We'll come back and rinse these when we've completed degreasing. Here's a pro tip, guys. This area where everybody opens the cabinets, especially when you have no handles, is going to be a trouble area for grease and grime. Really focus on the areas that get heavy use. So on drawers, especially with no handles, I'll saturate my rag and really get around the perimeter very well. Focusing on these little details here are areas that like to hold oils and grease from the kitchen. Remember to always rinse after applying a degreaser like TSP. Countertops, cabinets, you're always going to rinse that off after you've given it a good scrub. And I just use water, warm water, no soap, and a microfiber rag. We're cleaned, we're rinsed. The next step is a very light sanding using our Scotch-Brite pads. You can also use the sanding blocks at about 220 to 320. Not aggressive here, just a real light scuff. We're going to break the glaze, and then the next step is our cabinet paint primer. When going over new cabinets, it's not 100% necessary, but it's going to seal in those tannins. So that is a good step, especially on the hardwood cabinetry like oak, stuff like that. Tannins can leach through, so you have a beautiful white cabinet. A couple weeks down the road, you almost see the wood grain ghosting through. Our primer is designed to eliminate that from your cabinet paint job. Light scuffing, we'll wipe those down one quick time with a microfiber, and then we're applying that primer. We're going to hit everywhere we're painting, so front, sides, and back of our doors and the entire face frame. You know, sanding the cabinets is easiest while they're installed. That way you're not fighting those drawers and drawers sliding around. So when this is complete, I'll remove the rest of the kitchen goodies, yard my drawers and doors over to some tables, and start the painting process. I'm going to take the hinges off my doors and the face frame. That way, you know, don't ever leave that on. That is not the best practice. Your brush is going to hit here, your roller is going to hit here. You don't want to be a landlord painting your cabinets like the guys that paint over their electrical boxes. Don't be that person. All right, hold up. Every time you start taking off your cabinet doors, get a cup or the hardware. That's a pro tip. The light scuff sand is complete on my face frames and the doors. I'm going to grab our primer and start coat number 1. Real thin to win here. You can roll it, you can brush it, you can spray it. Our cabinet paint system was designed for the DIYer like yourself to easily apply and rejuvenate and refresh those cabinets. For any of the router details, I like to grab that chop brush. You could also pick up a brush from your hardware store, whatever one you like, but it's going to be a nylon brush. Angled is nice for cutting into those fine details. You can hit the field with a 1/4-inch microfiber roller as well. Like I said, this stuff is made to self-level and be very user-friendly. All right, a nice thin coat of the primer is all that's needed. We'll come back in about an hour or two when it's dry for coat number 2. We're hitting the backs and fronts. So after that top dries, we'll flip them, hit the backs, and then repeat the process. Keep from letting the paint pile up really heavily in those corners and any router detail. Nice and thin. All right, nice and dry. Quick little scuff sanding. That's not 100% necessary, but that's going to knock down any boogers or high points I may have had. If I had some paint pile up, be sure to sand that back down smooth before applying the second coat. Second coat's dry, it's on to the base color. primer coat step is complete, and each step is like its previous. All we're gonna do is 2 coats of our cabinet refinish into the paint pan, onto the face frame, and on our cabinet doors. Same process, hit the edges first with our brush and then a nice even coat using the 1/4 inch microfiber roller. This cabinet paint was formulated for the DIYer. It self-levels, it adheres very well, very low odor, and has a fast dry time. We formulated this cabinet paint to be very forgiving, meaning the brush marks and stuff like that will self-level out initially as that product begins to dry. It's also very durable. It can be sprayed, rolled, brushed, and touch-ups are done in a breeze. I'll take my brush and hit my inside corners right where it's nice and tight, and then I'm off to the roller again. Pro tip, guys, do the interior perimeter of any face frame first. Dab those corners with the brush followed up by your roller. That way, when you get any buildup on that front face frame with light pressure on that roller, you can flatten it right out. That looks good. Guys, we're midway through this cabinet redo. You're getting a sneak peek right now. Let me know if you have any questions. Start your comment out with "Hey Mitch," and I'll be sure to jump in the comments. Guys, things are looking fantastic. I'm going around looking for any boo-boos. I'm not finding any. And what is a boo-boo? That would be high point, a little contaminant that I've painted into the surface. At this point, I would lightly sand, apply another coat of paint if needed. But we're looking fantastic. That second coat really self-leveled out great. And if I were going to be applying our optional top coat step, now would be the time to do it. But this looks great. I'm not going to be putting the top coat on this set of cabinets. That's for another video, so you better like and subscribe right now to see that video. These cabinets are living in a not so high traffic kitchen. No need for that extra layer of durability. Our cabinet paint was also designed to be very durable and last years in your kitchen. So we're going to wrap this up. I'll get my hardware back installed on the back of the cabinets, and we'll go hang these doors, put the drawers back, and then that is a wrap. You're going to want to wait about 10 days to 14 days for heavy scrubbing and cleaning of the cabinets. Let them sit, let that paint cure for at least 2 weeks before heavy scrubbing. All right, guys, time to bring the doors back and reassemble our cabinets. I dropped a pro tip at the beginning of the video where I marked my doors, I marked their locations. Rhonda, who used to do this for a living, dropped me a pro tip. Instead of, marking your table just in case you get a swap-a-rooski and then you don't want to play where's this puzzle piece go, mark in the hinge hole. I pop those hinges out, you mark what door number goes there, and then slap a piece of tape over that just in case you fill that hole with paint. Peel your tape, you got your number. We poured this piece live with Kenny and Rhonda on their channel, RK3 Designs. If you want to see how we did that, I'll leave a link in the description below. All right, guys, we're back. This cabinet job is complete. It's been about 48 hours since my last coat of paint, and that's a good number to remember. Why? Because you don't want to put paint on paint, and this is a rule of thumb whenever you're doing fresh paint. Never put paint on paint within 48 hours. What you're risking is that paint sticking to each other because this stuff is still fresh. So it's been long after that. We're good to go. You could shut up the kitchen. And remember, you don't want to do a heavy scrubbing on your freshly painted cabinets for a minimum of at least 2 weeks. And then after 2 weeks, use a microfiber rag. Warm soapy water is going to take care of just about anything in the kitchen environment. What a difference a coat of paint made on these cabinets. It completely brightened up this kitchen as well as our brand new countertop. You can upgrade your space today with Stone Coat countertops. We're not just epoxy anymore. We have an amazing cabinet coating that's simple to use, extremely durable, and will last a long time in your home. And did I mention it's gonna save you tons of money going to the professional and paying him or her to come out to your home and do your cabinets. Do it yourself like we taught you long ago. Don't forget, you got this.
Stone Coat Countertops, you got this.